Hey, morning, folks. Welcome to the briefing on Friday the 8th. Wow, the month is rolling on already. Yeah, we're sort of stuck in a little bit of a sort of battle at the moment. These sort of weather fronts not really going anywhere, not really doing anything, and we're just drawing in sort of quite moist southerly and southeasterly winds, which give us the sort of foggy, misty starts the last couple of days. And that doesn't look like really it's going to change too much tomorrow. A little bit better, maybe a little bit earlier. So we should get some more flying tomorrow than perhaps today. But it's not really changing very much over the next 24 hours, 36 hours. So what do we got? As you can see, is just very light upper wind southerly flow. Pressure's still quite high. And they put this sort of weak weather front on the chart for sort of midday over the sort of east of the country. Doesn't really show up as anything on the sat pic, to be honest. The BBC were sort of intimating there might be a spot of rain coming out of it across Kent and Sussex, but nothing much to worry about. The TAFs tell sort of two different pictures, really. Farnborough, quite upbeat and optimistic, and Odium are a bit downbeat, to be honest. So Odium's TAF, first of all, 132 knots. Yeah, light easterly. The BBC were showing it more easterly, but only a couple of knots. Reduced viz, broken at 400 feet, and 30% probability fog between sort of 9 and 11. And then becoming no significant weather, but only broken at 700 feet and few at 700 feet. So it's sort of slowly improving and going up, but not going very high. And a little bit like yesterday, it did get flyable briefly at one point yesterday, early afternoon, but the cloud base wasn't very high. Farnborough, much smaller TAF, a little bit more optimistic. For some reason they're going with 244 knots. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it's going to be a light southerly, southeasterly, maybe even easterly. Broken at 800 feet, between 711, 4,000 meters, broken at 400 feet, and then becoming sometime after 11 o'clock, scattered at 1,600 feet. So a little bit more optimistic there. Upper winds, you can pick any one of these boxes really. They are just all showing southerly flow in the lower levels, and no real change right up to sort of 24,000 feet. So nothing's really moving. We're away from the jet stream. We're stuck in a sort of situation where the fronts aren't really going anywhere. Sat pics just showing lots of cloud over us. And I guess this is where they painted in the front, or what's left of it. No rain on that. I say it's just mist and low cloud here at the moment, and that hopefully will start to burn off as the temperatures go up. And they're forecasting when the sun comes out in places 19, 20 degrees. BBC was suggesting in the southeast. So we'll see. Fingers crossed if the sun does start to break through, it might force the cloud up and give us the opportunity to fly. Top Meteo really showing what we've got now. That's sort of 10 o'clock, low cloud. The sort of darker bits here are under 500 feet. So play it through for a few hours by sort of 1, 2 o'clock, clearing up into cumulus. They're talking about 600 meters, so 1,800 feet, and they are showing odd blob of rain just in this picture here. This is probably where the front is. That's 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So getting better hopefully this afternoon. It might be a very late and a very slow progress. So There's, say, showing cloud base at about 600 meters, and just the chance of the odd spit and spot of rain if that's the front there at some point later in the afternoon. So fingers crossed we might get some flying today, but it's just watch it and see, really. If we do go flying, local airspace is not particularly busy. Just pick out a couple of things a bit further away. This is the UAV trials. I think they're trialing a UAV that's going to be eventually flying across to the Isle of Wight from Portsmouth. That's no time till early afternoon. The danger areas, the two danger areas, Salisbury Plain are activated all day, but they're activated up to one's to 3,000 feet and the other one's to 9,000 feet, so a little bit higher than normal. And there's parachuting just inside the rise zone here, and that's really about it. Quite quiet on the NOTAM front, and it'll probably be the case as we roll through the winter, that it remains of this sort of picture with very little going on. In terms of what's going on the airfield, I've got one flight planned for a jet movement at 2 o'clock. That's it at the moment, but I'm sure something else will arrive because I think things might be backing up for them. So we'll just watch and see what actually happens today and work around that. Okay, so maybe not flying today, folks. It just depends on the weather. If you're watching this and you've got an afternoon session, I suggest you give us a call before heading towards Lasham. Save yourself some petrol if we aren't actually flying. Okay, and if we do fly, hopefully I'll see you out there.